Now, as you set up your system throughout the year, and we're talking about tax time tips, but I'm going to tell you perspectives that actually apply not just to tax time, but through the whole year to ensure that when the season rolls around in 2026, you will have some tools under your toolkit that you've been implementing throughout the whole year to make tax season better. And this is really where it comes down to in record keeping. The ways that we've seen really successful farm business owners cut through the noise and implement a strong expense tracking and accounting system really boils down to a few best practices that I've shared here. One is, no matter what expense tracking system you're using, build in categories that you can tag your transactions with. Whether you write them down column by column or enter them into your Excel spreadsheet, or develop those tags in QuickBooks, or use FarmRaise that has them pre-tagged and cleanly organized for you. Ensure that you are using categories that map back to the Schedule F. And like I said, this makes tax time easier, but it also makes it easier for you then to categorize and organize all your transactions into a balance sheet, an income statement, and other financial records that loosely map to the Schedule F categories. So use those Schedule F categories as those transactions occur. Tag them in real time. And this will enable you to present a clean record to your accountant with confidence and say, hey, I actually know where these transactions are coming from. This is it. And this will help you make sure that you can maximize tax credits and tax deductions at once. And we're going to actually talk about that later in this presentation as well. The second thing is you can create a second tag in these transactions that will help you understand your business better. And where we've seen this really, where the rubber hits the road for a serious farm operator is when they can zoom out from their farm business and look at every product category that they sell. So maybe they sell alfalfa hay and they sell Angus beef cattle. They can then create 2 product tags in their system so that every transaction that goes in or out for their farm, they can tag those specifically back to the product that they're selling if it applies to them. So let's say they pick up some feed at Tractor Supply and they also pick up some rope. Let's say the rope is for the hay bales and the feed is for the cattle, but they can actually tag those transactions back to the cattle and back to the alfalfa hay so that each transaction can then effectively flow into a profit and loss statement for every major product that you sell on your farm. And that helps you over time understand the health of your farm business, as well as track and compare, a more detailed P&L across your farm over the years. We really want every producer to be able to see that profit and loss, not just by their whole farm, but really by the bits and pieces that make up their farm business. Third thing is common sense in this digital age, but also, it's hard to remember to do, but you probably all have a tool that can do this really efficiently for you, your phone. Every receipt, check, every piece of paper that changes hands, take a picture of it and store it. If you can categorize it and link it back to your transactions, great, that's optimal. I think, most farm accounting softwares will help you do that. But regardless, just create the digital paper trail so that in case you did get audited, you would have everything you need in the digital sphere to back that up. We all know what it looks like when a receipt has been sitting too long on the dashboard and you can't read the words anymore.